say about that, but it was always battles.
No, well, listen.
Everybody want the full Saturday party.
Yo, welcome to the AMF Show.
Now everybody want the full Saturday party.
On Bars and Hoops Radio.
Now everybody want the full Saturday party.
Yo, every Thursday night, without a doubt.
Now everybody want the full Saturday party.
With our special guests, so check us out.
Peace, everybody. Welcome to the AMF Show. I'm one of your hosts, Big Rock. I'm here with my man, the street ball legend,
Kev Young.
Yeah, and tonight, you know, they came back for part 2. We got members of one of the best street ball teams that came from Queens. They was wrecking New York City back in the early 2G, late 90s. All right, all 5 boroughs.
And Long Island.
All right, and Long Island. So tonight we got Take No Prisoners again, TNP in the building. Shout out to my man Big Al Mosley. Shout out to all of the AMF family. Introduce yourselves, my brother.
Oh, aka Ghost D-Mac in the building.
What's going on? I'm Big Ant. On the other side of the bridge, Big Pooch.
Pooch,
Sugar Bear, upstate, LIU, all day.
This is Big Ant's premiere.
All right. Yep. Yeah.
Started because of these two individuals right here, Rob and Kev.
All right.
Shot.
Javon. They gave me the platform to come here to speak about Do and TNP, and they made it possible for me to create my own segue for people. So I want to give them their flowers because they gave me a chance to be able to speak and to be able to understand what it is I should be doing.
That's what's up.
Because of them, they get all the flowers, man. Almighty Force, I knew these guys for years.
Yeah, we knew each other for a long time.
Knew them for years. I never thought that I would be doing this. But because of them guys giving me a platform to talk about my brother, to talk about this beautiful basketball team that we put together, I opened up and got my own podcast. So Tell Your Truth with Jeff Dog. That's the name of it. Tune in Wednesdays. We here.
All right, that's what's up. That's what's up. Tim.
Briscoe. Let's get it.
Yo, what's up? We got more members of TNP. Yeah.
That's how we do.
For years. You gonna slide another chair over there? Yeah, that's how it's all good.
I needed you.
It's all good.
Needed you, man.
Huh?
Yeah,
show.
I needed you, Footy.
Shit. You sit right next to it. You can slide that.
Sit right there and just talk loud. Right. That's all. You know how we do. We talk loud.
Then you can slide your mic over some, Tim.
There you go.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
There you go. Travelers Footy.
Okay.
6'5", 7
Yo,
foot.
all right.
What's good? What's good?
Yo, what's up?
Favorite.
We the y'all appreciate that. Appreciate that, dog. You know,
man.
Dog, he held us down for years. And because you know, in the neighborhood where we was running our tournament, things would get a little wild sometimes. but dog used to regulate people.
Yeah, let's skip that part.
Huh? All right.
Skip over that part.
All right.
Life is good.
Life is good. But I was always glad to see you coming.
That's a fact.
All right. All right. We got 2 more members of the legendary TNP in the building.
What's going on, people?
What's going on, America? Tim Briscoe.
All right.
Again.
Yes. Yes. So, before, I did it shortly. I want to shout out the Bars and Hoops family. Want to shout out the AMF family. Tisha ate a lot. Checking on the check-in. You got to check out Thursday nights on Facebook, 9 o'clock. Tisha ate a lot. Red Cup Affair. Sunday, my bad. Right? 9 o'clock, 9 to 11. Tisha ate a lot. Red Cup Affair. Got to check that out on Facebook. All right. In regards to the AMF teams, the middle school team is just practicing this week. They fared well, in the few tournaments that they've been in so far. And the D League, they're preparing for the spring tournament. If on Monday, if you want to just have your kids at a training camp, Cam is running a training camp at Eagle on American Linden on Monday. So let's get into TNP. All right. So Big A, if you could describe yourself in one word, like what would that one word be and why?
Come on, Pooch.
You got 7 words.
Wow.
Need at least 7 words. Try one word.
Well, minimize it as much as possible.
Let's see you work this one word out. Let's see you figure this one out. I'm gonna hear this myself. This might be a big word.
No, I think it's one word.
Damn.
Man, give them 2
Loyal.
words or something.
All right,
Damn.
Say it again.
I said loyal.
Loyal. He said
Loyal.
loyal.
That's
He
it.
said loyal.
I go with that.
I'm cool.
He said loyal.
Loyal.
I go with that. I go with that.
All right.
There's
I
a lot
definitely go
of
with
people
that.
that floated, and when it comes to, say, for instance, TNP, only other people I rocked out with was my family, my cousins in the Bronx.
Right.
Okay.
That's a fact.
I did 12
That's for sure.
years with Kendu.
Okay.
And
Talk
now
about the
it's
origins, TNP.
All right.
the origins, the beginning. Well, I'm a day 2.
Let them. Yeah. After foot. Well, no,
But I
let
say
them do
loyalty.
it, and then we go to foot.
Like I said, loyalty. Right now there's a lot of people out here that, and you can see it in the kids. They move from team to team. They play for. There's no coming together.
I did that, yo. I moved from team.
Yeah.
But not that much,
Doing
though.
loyalty, motherfucker.
Not that much, though.
Nah,
Kev,
Kev, you
not
got to
that much, though,
understand.
Kev.
You was the man
Not
wherever
that
you
much,
went.
though.
Oh, yeah,
Exactly. So
How you doing?
well, you was
Go get cash.
go get Kev.
where he at?
All right, foot. If you could describe yourself in one word.
Relentless.
Okay.
We try to win by any means necessary.
Okay.
So if I got to grab every rebound to win, that's what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
That's what
Okay.
you did.
That's what
All
you
right.
did.
That's a fact.
All right.
I don't think I played against you at your peak.
Yeah, nah.
Not at your peak.
Yeah,
I kept hearing about you.
He was a young. He
I
was
was
a
like,
young.
damn, when this
He
all
was
happened?
a youngin'. That's TNP 2000. He was
Yeah,
youngin'.
That was the new team.
Nah, them jokers
that
is
was
different.
Yo, it's crazy because like I was in the back, like, yeah, man,
Yeah, that's
can't
what-
get in the game.
Right.
What's going on? You know what I mean? But I had to wait my turn. You know what I mean?
Right, right,
All of us have to wait our turn.
So
You
this
know?
question's for Tim and Ghost. How was that transition
It was
from the
easy.
young, like they was coming in and we was going out?
No, it was very easy.
Yeah,
It was
not to
very
me.
easy. No, well,
You didn't want to leave though. You still was dominant. You
Like,
still
get
had
the
that
fuck
left
out of
hand.
my way!
Yeah.
Give me the goddamn ball!
You wasn't trying to get.
I'm
out
gonna
the
say
way.
it like this. No, it was easy. It was hard, but it was easy. It was hard because you still thought that I still can
The
play.
ego and
I
chip.
got your ego. You know what I'm saying? But when you look, you like
They're not bad.
these dudes. Joking. They can go.
I'm like, they not that damn
They
bad.
ain't that bad at
Yeah,
all.
the
You know
one-
what I'm saying?
The one thing.
So when you
the-
like, yo, I need a sub, yo, you looking at your foot's come get me. You're not even looking at dude. You're
Yeah.
like, yo,
Yeah, that's a
come
fact.
get me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, yo, come get me quick.
Especially, yeah, Gun Hill.
Your body plays a lot into it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
After a certain age, it's like, okay, I can't get up and down with these dudes.
Yeah.
So it's time to pass the torch.
Yeah.
And that's what we did with Randy, J. High, Foots, Chris.
You start saying, "Yo, will you slow the fuck up?"
Exactly.
They want to
But they- They was.
I remember.
Yeah.
They was like, "Yo, listen, man, put these guys in, man. Like, yo, put these young guys in, man."
And
I'll
the
never
teams
forget
we were
that game.
playing against was younger too.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Even though we were still giving them dudes the business, it was hard.
Gun Hill.
It was hard.
Gun Hill. Because we did work up there.
Yeah.
And I got the name Old School up there.
Yeah, this
You
shit,
know
you
what
know
I'm saying? I like, man,
Listen,
these motherfuckers, yo.
real quick.
Yeah.
I was the first one to play with them. So me and Biggs.
Okay.
You put me and Biggs on
Biggs. Forgot about
TNP
Biggs.
2000.
Big Big.
Okay.
Brookville Brookville tournament.
Yeah, Brookville.
Okay.
And the one thing they wanted to do, because we got a chance to play TNP,
It's big.
is beat them.
Did y'all beat us?
No.
Oh,
We got y'all one game, bro. We got y'all one game.
We didn't get y'all in the
We got
playoffs.
one game.
Brookville?
No, in the gym.
Oh, in the gym.
In the
Oh,
gym.
TNP 2000.
Yeah, they straighten that one out, huh? Look at Tim.
But
It's 231.
231.
Tim don't
I
remember that
don't
one.
remember that.
They don't remember that one.
Well.
I'll never
They
remember
read
that.
that.
Brookville Park, we didn't get him. Like I said, this is when he first put that young group
Together.
He knew.
Oh, you talking about when we left.
No. We were still
Yeah,
together.
it was still TNP. I was going back and forth with them, but he had me and Biggs
We had
play with them
a second team
to kind of
I get it.
solidify. That's why they was called TNP 2000.
I got it.
It was TNP
okay.
and then
It was
TNP
Gant,
2000.
J-Ha,
Yeah.
Chris, Randy.
You say Gant?
Gant, James
Oh,
Gant.
all
Yeah.
right.
Gant was good.
Yeah,
Gant was
Yeah.
our age, wasn't he?
He
When they first started?
He was a
little
young
younger
old
than us.
motherfucker.
He was a
When
young,
they
he's a little
first
younger than us.
No, not when they first started.
Yeah,
Yeah.
never went basketball sneaker. Only see you guys with some Air Max on.
Yeah.
Now,
Before
I think he
the Air
changed
Max.
a little.
That's a fact.
I know you didn't stop shooting.
Oh yeah. Oh
Hey.
no. He was the king of the shots though.
That's
He
a fact.
gets stuff.
Gant and Galvin.
Yeah, Galvin.
Galvin was
Galvin was in and out because he was like, he
Yeah.
was in the streets there.
So,
He was kind of weird.
Shout out to Galvin. He rest in
Yeah,
peace.
mess with please.
yeah. So, dog,
Talk to me.
last time, we didn't get to ask you that. You could describe yourself in one word.
Real.
Yeah,
Just
real.
That's it.
All right,
Ain't nothing fake over here. Nothing.
right,
That's why
right.
Take No Prisoners is a perfect name. You're
Right.
gonna get all of this work, every bit of it.
Every bit of it.
Smacked in the face, kicked in the. You're doing the ref crying. You're gonna be bugging out because you're gonna be so upset at the way we coming. And it's different because the part that I'm talking about real is not just this TNP. TNP comes from this dude is a vicious person. Whether you know it or not, he's so smooth with it that you don't really understand how vicious he is. They just told you that he made a whole new TNP 2 while TNP was still playing. And then he made them play them. Like, he didn't care. But here's the thing with Dude. I'll rest my brother, man.
Yeah, rest in
He,
peace, dude.
he could have had, they believed in Dude so much, and he believed in them so much that he could have had them, if they was weak-minded, because, our era was the era of the manipulation game. And if he wanted to, being from the street, in the street, he could have been like, look, man, we ain't playing no ball. I got all y'all. We gonna take this block. We finna get on this. We finna get this money. But he chose not to do that with them. He took his personal life aside and said, you know what? I see a future for you guys doing something else. And he believed in them, and they believed in him. And that's what made it. That's what made it. That's what made it what it is.
All went to college,
That's why everybody
Yeah,
went to
yeah,
school.
that's dope.
Most of them is playing
Well,
ball.
I'm talking about we took that's we
Now
too, bro.
and the thing
But-
is, even from the old crew to the
That's
new
true.
crew, even if you ever played on TNP, you had that feeling inside, like I'm gonna destroy something. Like that's how you felt.
Yeah.
Because you were gonna get that energy from us. And if you didn't feel that way, you'd be sitting on the side with Rick while you smoking a cigarette.
Shout out to Rick.
Big shout out to Rick.
Shout out to
Big
Rick.
shout. I want to shout Rick out anyway because Rick and A and Algie played a big part in TNP that we didn't see at the
Shout
time.
out to A. Shout out to
You know what I mean? Having the basement, having the apartments, one thing about Rick, he will come make sure that everybody get to the game. He might not talk a lot. Like Rick won't come here and talk. He'll come in and say, "What's up?" and stand outside. This is what he do though. He'll make sure that everybody's good. Like you're gonna get to the game, you're gonna have something to eat. He gonna do his part. Rick always does his part, and now dude is probably like, yo, this is crazy because Rick be at the D&D, which is the tournament we had for years with the kids. Right. He be the first one in the park. Now I don't believe it. I can't believe it. He never was this kind of guy. But shout out to Rick, man, because he definitely stepped up and took his position. And Algie, you already know he gonna hacker you to death. He gonna call you every 5 minutes. He gonna make sure you get where you at. Shout out to Algie, man. And A had his part. Remember, everybody had a part in the coaching staff. You know what I'm saying? So it was real. Yeah, I just figured real. That's why I'm gonna stay with it.
All right. Okay. So we got their basketball stories last time. So you give us your basketball story. Like when you started, did you play high school, college? Like how far you went?
Yeah, I was I came up in the same era with Mac. Me and Mac started playing. We played football together for Rosedale Jets.
Okay.
And went different ways. I was at Edison in the 80s playing against them in Springfield and all that, pissed off that they beat us. But after that, I took a year off. And then I went to Sullivan.
Okay.
My man was like, yo, there's an opportunity at Sullivan. Went to Sullivan Community.
Yeah, Sullivan Community.
Yeah. What years was this at Sullivan?
90, 92. 92, 92. But 92 was when we won national championship.
Okay.
35 and 0.
Okay.
And then after that, I went to LIU when they were the Blackbirds.
Okay.
Shaw was after me. We were the first. Our team was the first team.
Shaw was after you?
Yeah, Shaw was
way after him. Yeah, Shaw a couple years after him.
A couple years after Shaw caught the last end of our coach Paz.
Okay.
So Shaw was like 95.
I think Shaw and S.
And S. That was Black Widow.
Black Widow.
Yeah, Alimo. Shout out, shout out. Rest in peace.
No, they had a squad up there. Sullivan. They had a squad.
We started it. And after that, it just rolled into what it became.
Okay, because Sullivan, like when I played you whole way back, they wasn't that good. I mean, they were good when you played.
That was the '60s though. You guys,
I mean, we beat them, but they wasn't bad.
Huh?
No, I ain't saying.
What you say?
That's the word that describes dog. Funny.
I just said. I didn't say nothing, man.
You said that was the '60s.
No, I didn't, man. No, you shot a jab at Sullivan. I just figured I jabbed.
All right.
Cool.
That's how we gonna do it.
No, we all right, man. We good.
Gonna do it tonight.
No, we good, right? You good, right? You good, man.
Let me stop. All right. Shout out to Honey on the check-in.
Yeah.
Shout out to John Perry on the check-in.
You know what was ill back then when TNP was playing though? For me, I didn't know y'all was what the next question was. But to me, coming up back then, it was. I don't want to say it was more competitive than it is now because each individual era is competitive in its way.
Mm-hmm.
But in our era, coming up, the older guys, it was real. Like you knew the teams, you knew Brew Crew, you knew who was coming, you knew Diamond, you know who's coming,
right.
Brew, X-Men, X-Men, you got Mike Campbell. Yeah, you got Mike Campbell. I didn't hear that part about Lou, but you got Mike Campbell. You
Mike
got
is a little bit behind.
I know, but I'm just saying, like who's connected to who.
Mm-hmm.
It became watered down when it started being you're gonna play against with us in one tournament and then playing with somebody else in the next tournament, the next game when we go to. That's crazy. We don't do that here.
Welcome to the AMF show. Who on the line?
This Chris Grant, man.
What up, Chris?
Chris Grant.
What up, man? They up here giving the TNP 2000 they flowers up there.
Gotta give them
all right.
Grant.
All right.
That's my man, pick and roll.
What?
Strong left.
Right.
How you doing, my brother?
Hey, I can't complain, man. It's a blessing. It's a blessing to be here.
Okay.
Where you at 304?
I'm out in West Virginia.
All right. All right.
I ain't going over there. That's Commonwealth, man.
Shit. Nah, man.
So, you doing
Run my license plate over that, man. I might
He's doing what he was taught to do is to teach and pass on.
That's what you're doing. You teaching?
Oh,
This is what do instill in basically all of us without instilling it in us.
Right.
Chris, you down there teaching?
Yeah, so I got my program out here. Been 10 years successful out here.
Okay.
That's what we do, man. TNP, man. We
Okay, so talk about it, man. Talk about your program for a few.
Yeah, I got a program out here called Primetime Performance. Based off the street name I developed playing with TNP. I got kids from high school all the way down to 3rd and 4th grade. Got a couple of kids that's in college now. This season will be our 10th year. So I'm just out here, man, just passing on the knowledge and the blessing that the guys back home, Dude Dog, my Uncle Al, everybody that I came in contact with throughout my years playing, man, they raised me, so I'm just passing on that knowledge now.
There you go.
Yeah, that's what's up. That's what's up.
Right there.
Proud of you out there doing that, man. You know what I'm saying? And a few shows back, I was saying how I'm proud of how a lot of young brothers are stepping up, with the different programs and with coaching the kids, keeping everything going, because basketball, sports, I think in general, is keeping people from doing other things. So it's real important, in my eyes, to go ahead. Yeah.
I think it's opportunity though now.
Yeah.
Before they wasn't opening the door for us. Now we busting the door down. You have no choice.
Yeah.
You have to let us in because we know what we're doing. Like we coming to do things for children, for our future. We doing things for seniors. We doing things for middle age, whoever.
That's real.
When we started the tournament, I told you we started because the kids from 18 to 40 something ain't have nothing to do after 6 o'clock. So everybody's going to jail. Everybody's getting locked up. Everybody's could be on the streets. There's nothing going on.
Yeah.
So when you present these platforms for them to play basketball, they in these tournaments, Ajax, Lincoln, D&D, they everywhere now. They playing basketball. So now they taking that and seeing it and making something different with it. Boy got kids. Boy got daughters that's tough. Foot's got daughters that's tough.
Yeah,
and they tough. They got championships. They going everywhere.
Yeah, they gave in Jersey.
That positive direction program is great. Like they tough. They doing things in the community, man.
She's sophomore in high school.
I mean, and the crazy part about it,
all three of them play.
All right, what you were saying, Chris?
Nah, the crazy part about it is, I look at it like this with the whole basketball community that we created in New York City. Like now, when we go to some of these tournaments in other states, it's almost like a reunion because you run into the Kenny Sachs, the Charles Jones.
Yeah.
All the guys that are now coaching, you run into all of them everywhere. So it's almost like a big reunion.
I see Chris in a couple tournaments.
And I want to say that Can Do. I mean, he was a big part of that though. The reason why we run into some of these dudes that played with us and we played against. And the reason why a lot of us are coaching now, I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm coaching now because of my man to my left.
Two lefts.
But I'm just saying, because of what he's done throughout the years and what Can Do has instilled in not only him but myself, it has a lot. You have to give a lot of people their flowers and just say thank you.
Plus, you had a son yourself.
I got two
that
sons
you had to,
myself.
watch out for.
Doing this thing.
Yeah.
I graduated and played. Grandson playing now.
So, and this is real what he's saying. Like he's saying real. He's not just like. Don't think we just up here saying Dude name because he's the coach.
That's a fact.
This is real, man. Dude,
real.
This hurt. Like to not have Dude in this platform. He believed in. He believed more in this than any of us.
Exactly.
But he believed in this, man. This is what his whole thing was. We used to sit and talk. Yes, my brother. We sit and talk, and he tells me, "Yo, man, I'm gonna try to make. Man, you ain't gonna make them do nothing. They're gonna do what they want to do. This what's gonna happen. You know what I mean?" And I used to argue, yo, Dude was so smooth. I ain't gonna lie, man. He was smooth, but he had his ways. Like he had his times where he get mad on the court, or you know what I mean. But he was so like it's genuine what they saying. That's all I'm trying to tell you. Like what Ghost is saying is genuine. With Tim Learn, he's a man. He's not afraid to tell you this come from Dude, man. This is Dude. This was all Dude work. They just was ball players at the time. They didn't know. Right. They didn't see this vision.
Right.
Yeah, they didn't think about this in the long run.
And that's facts, man. That's fact. I mean, he helped a lot of us grow up, man. You know, being around that atmosphere.
Hell yeah.
That's when he listen.
Say it again.
With Marv.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Marv.
Yo, let's go back.
We was with Buster.
Y'all wasn't.
Yeah.
That's how it started. Dude came back out of jail and got a team together. It was Marv, Gus.
Yeah.
But I played against y'all, man. I played against
you. Couldn't get the ball in past half court. Your guards was mad at you. Was mad at your guards.
Briscoe came after.
I remember playing against Tim and Marv.
Yeah, Gus was already going there.
No.
At Brookville.
At the same time. No.
Huh?
No, Gus was still there. Gus didn't go nowhere without Marv. Trust me.
No, they went together.
Yeah, Gus and Marv was like this.
That's why you couldn't get the ball. This is how it started the press. Gus and Marv.
91 is when I got down with them because in 90 I was kind of cracking their asses, him and Biggs. That first year at Magic.
We're on radio. We're on radio.
Shout out to Jessica. Shout out to Jessica.
Let's keep it above.
You know that was true because
y'all see the show with him. So this is the wrong person saying
it. I gave you and Biggs a problem that one guy. I was playing with what's the name of it?
Yeah, I know who he's playing with.
So he gonna come for you.
It was Floyd.
Gotta get young, man. He ain't playing with.
Yeah,
so we gave y'all the work.
Yeah, we did, but I gave it back to y'all. And Marv came to me. He's like, "Yo, you want to come play with us?" All right. And from 91 to
92.
No, damn.
It was 92. 91, we won it. It was 91. We won it. We went back to back.
Oh, he gonna remember when he won it.
Brookville.
Y'all gotta know what you're talking about.
We beat y'all.
See what I'm saying?
Yes, that's the year when we played.
See how Tim rose up?
Nah, real talk. No,
yeah, you
we
remember?
Played y'all. You been playing with Buster.
Buster
playing with Buster.
We
you
was
gave
loaded.
us the work. You gave us the work, and then we only won. We lost that one game.
But things are different then. Now you respected. You respected them teams you played. It wasn't no. It wasn't no cakewalk. You left that game like yo.
It was a team for a minute.
Good game.
It was a team for a minute. What?
Yeah. You started
like Buster, but
listen, I remember Jeff Artist. I remember what was the name of their team? Jeff Artist.
I was on the bench like this.
Right, what was Jeff Artist in them team?
They were Jamaica All-Star.
Jamaica All-Star. Al, Jeff, them niggas give you 50. You look around, you looking crazy.
Yeah.
I'm remember when Herb. I'm talking about when it was real. They coming down that court and they looking you in your face and gonna do you dirty. They gonna do you dirty. I'm telling you. True Carter, BJ, they coming at you. It's different back then. It was a whole different animal, man.
I was with y'all.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Me and my
Well,
man.
we always been there.
That's how we be anyway. We be so high, we be having full conversation. No doubt, you're right. But we used to smoke so many blunts, man, back then. It's crazy.
Chris.
Oh no, Chris is here. That's
Nah,
all
Chris is still here. Nah.
Chris is smooth. He did.
Nah.
Mellow, left-handed.
Chris called in to be
Cartiers,
here with us,
you know,
right?
Chris is the ladies.
You called in to be with us for a minute, right?
So, man, to be real with y'all, like I started as a teenager. You know, Dude brought me in early. I was behind Marvin and Briscoe and them, and I remember we was playing in 231. And, you know, we started with our young crew. So it was me, Jay High, Foots, Randy. You know, we talking shit. And, I mean, they dogged us. And, you know, we fast forward, a few years later, me and Jay go off to JUCO. And we came home for like a Christmas break. And this is when I knew we made it. Because we playing in St. Clair's. And we out there doing our thing, and Dude took us out. Briscoe come down the court, And the other team went on a run, and Briscoe looked at Dude, said, "Man, I don't care what you do, get these little niggas back in the game." So that let us know, like, yo, we here. You know what I'm saying? That said it all, right? You know. And then, you know, like I said, you know, playing with my man Ghost pick and roll, like he taught me how to come off the screen, make that pass, man, and that took me a long way, man. It took me, you know, JUCO, D1, overseas for a little while. Like we made it a family, you know what I'm saying? And they groomed me to be who I was on and off the court.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Yeah.
So where did you go to school, Chris?
I went to Morgan State for 2 years. First, I went to Nassau with Coach AJ.
Okay. AJ Wanda. Shout out to AJ.
AJ Wanda.
Yeah, that's my dog.
I went to Morgan State for 2 years, and then I, you know, played semi-pro, you know, from there. And then, like I said, I moved out here and started my own joint.
That's good, man. Glad to hear that.
So I posted a magazine the other day.
Yeah. So and Ghost, you said that you're coaching now.
Yes,
you're coaching now.
Me and Briscoe, Tim, with PD Nation. We got the 15U, 14U, 13. I mean, just the same thing like with your son.
Right. Shout out Jay Vaughn on the check-in.
Yeah. So
Jay Visual.
We out and about. We out in these tournaments. You know, we got this tournament this weekend, Zero Gravity up in Westchester with all our teams. So we're gonna be out there this Saturday and Sunday. 8U, 9U, everything up until middle school.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Foots, you said, are you coaching too, or
I'm the CEO.
Okay.
But
you said your girls is playing though,
yeah,
right?
My girls, you know, Joanne, my wife.
Right.
She runs the program.
Okay.
I'll just sit back, you know.
Yeah, it's amazing what he does though. At 6'5", like he took us to like 10 championships, like as the center.
Yo, it's crazy.
It's like, crazy.
We play a game. It's
crazy.
We play a game. We go back to the house, and they got you play bad that game, you got tuna fish playing the game. They will bring a tuna fish to you. Like, yo, this is you for the day.
Yeah,
man.
for the day,
so
man.
You don't want to get the tuna fish.
You don't want to get the tuna fish.
You gotta do your thing.
Yeah.
You don't want to get the tuna fish, man. That was, you know, that's keep us humble, you know.
Right.
We have no big heads or none of that.
Right.
No, we all a family, you know what I mean? We play as one.
You know, we was the first one to win Nike Pro City, right? I mean, not Nike Pro City, forgive me.
Nike
Tournament of Champions.
You know that.
Okay. We won the Nike Pro Am.
You did. We won that too, but we talking about we won that too. We won that too.
Yo, look,
you won that too, but I'm talking about
they
that
talking
magazine.
like
You know,
the same team.
Did y'all go to ABC? Was y'all on channel ABC?
No, but did you get your own sneakers?
Yeah.
Did you get your own sneakers?
Yeah,
Did you go to California? No, we went to Baisley.
Did you go to Cali? Yo, dog, hold on. Kev was on Worldwide of Sports.
Yeah.
We was playing for the Crips and Bloods.
I remember that.
Yeah, you was dick, Kev. I can't mess with you, man. Yeah, this
Nike
team
Pro Am. I didn't hear that shit. What?
We have to shout out CJ.
That's a fact.
Jones,
Charles Jones.
Shout out to Charles
You won
Jones.
Charles Jones won that joint.
He was big, you know what I mean? A lot of players, his status would have played with us, you know what I mean?
Right.
So you got to shout out Charles Jones.
And he came over there and destroyed.
Yeah.
Shot that thing,
Y'all
man.
had, like, it was a period where like we was leaving, and we got Charles Jones and shit.
Right.
Who else? There was somebody else, man, that had a name.
Shot. Well,
we had Charles that played with us. We had T2 come down play with us.
T2 played with us
There was
too.
somebody back there with Charles.
Nah, it was
man.
somebody
He
with
made the
Charles.
backcourt unstoppable, yo.
you talking about Shaw Mack?
Remember when we was in
Nah.
Rego Park?
Yeah, he
You
might
gotta
be.
be talking about Shaw Mack.
It
Because Shaw
It was Shaw Mack.
Yeah, it was Shaw Mack.
Shaw Mack.
Shout out Shaw Mack, the heart and soul.
Back, man, you know.
Yeah,
The heart and soul.
Coming through.
Shout back.
Shaw Mack was the heart and soul,
He
man.
didn't play with us in Rico. Shaw didn't play with us. He was too young.
That's what I was thinking. It was
Rick was
somebody else.
with us in Rico.
It was
Yeah,
somebody
Rick
else.
was different.
It was us. It was me, you, Seth Marshall.
Speedy was on our team, wasn't he?
Speedy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had
We beat the Brew Crew.
Sharif.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, but let it be known you talking about when you play with us.
Did y'all hear that? We had Speedy and Charles Jones in
Yeah,
the backcourt.
that's ill.
That's
ill.
Shout out to Sharif. Our sons play together.
And we had Junior
Right.
Sanders.
Oh, they do?
His son play with my son.
Yeah, Junior Sanders, bro.
That's crazy.
All right.
Junior Sanders, we had a lot of people play with us, man.
After you start winning a lot of tournaments, everybody want to play
Yeah,
with
that's
you.
true.
You know what I'm saying?
And the difference was it wasn't about like it is now, which I'm glad that people are getting paid to play IM, because in this economy, if you're playing that hard, you should. But in our era, you jokers just played ball because they wanted to play ball. It was the love of the game.
Yo, Kev, man, James asked me to play, man. You think I should?
Shout out to James Ryan, man.
James Ryan.
Shout out to James Ryan.
Man. James Ryan started this thing,
Shout out
man.
to James Ryan.
We was trying to keep up with him, dude.
James owe me a check, James.
Dude was trying to keep up with James, man. Prime time was serious, man.
Yeah, so
We
dude.
had him at ISA.
Yeah.
Oh, that was the
For
hottest.
3 quarters.
Yeah,
Yo.
for 3 quarters.
Yo, that was the hottest. That was the hottest game ever.
For 3 quarters.
Yo, I think
Y'all had us
I
by
think we went-
15. Y'all had us by 15.
No.
Yeah. See, I don't like what Kev do. He flip
Y'all
flops.
had by 15.
You know, he go from TNP to now he talking about
for 3 quarters. We had y'all.
I'm being nice.
All right, okay. Hey guys, we had y'all for 3.5 until y'all did the okie doke and threw me out because I was giving y'all work.
That's a
They threw you out?
We didn't throw you
hell
out.
No,
The refs threw you out.
Yeah, I was giving y'all work.
Because the refs threw you out.
The ref was one of their old players.
James did some. I'll tell you, James Ryan, you did some. He was repping from outside
Yeah.
the door.
That's
Yeah.
James.
He got
That's
thrown
James
out.
right there.
And then
won.
Yeah. Y'all give
where
me
y'all- where we gotta
that.
get-
But you didn't.
Shout out to Town Mama
Where was
Karen
that?
on the check-in.
I
say.
yeah, they wouldn't kick him out the
game.
building.
That was a crazy.
That was a good game.
I was giving
busting
y'all
our ass,
work.
too.
I was giving y'all work.
Yeah, you was busting
Yo.
our ass.
Every time out, that's
Yo.
That's why I had to get
So-
out of here.
So,
And it take a lot for Kev to say something.
Yeah, yo was busting our ass.
but who won?
We won.
Yo,
This the only problem I got with Kev. He go from TNP to prime time. Then he go from TNP to somebody else. He got too many teams.
Because y'all brought in them new niggas.
See?
Wanted to bench me. I said, James, I'm back.
You said, James, I'm back.
We played
Yo.
the niggas Saturday night. Yo, and I'm gonna
Yo.
tell you, we was in a huddle, and them niggas wasn't playing. I was like, what the fuck wrong with y'all? I'm talking to Tony Hargrave, Speed. What the fuck y'all doing, man? I'm home, losing. What the fuck wrong with y'all? We came out and played one. Man, I was mad the motherfucker. I didn't want to hear y'all niggas. I didn't want to hear y'all mouth.
And then after the
bust
game,
y'all ass.
he came with us.
We bust prime time's ass.
You know,
Hey,
you don't understand
no.
because they were calling us Rise regulars. Yeah, they was
Because the
calling
Rise,
us
because the
regulars.
Rise tournament.
And
was the only
they
one.
said that we won.
They had to branch
TNP.
out.
He wasn't.
We
Yeah.
had to branch out, and that was our stepping
Yeah.
stone. You know what I'm saying? But like, okay, we
Y'all
are
ready.
here now.
Let's
We're
go to
ready.
the Bronx.
Yeah,
Let's
let's
go to
go.
Jersey.
Huh?
We lost the game. The
We
regular
lost.
season.
We lost like maybe 3 or 4 regular season games, and then Pete and they was giving us.
But you know
the
what?
business.
It didn't matter at that time. You could have lost every game that damn season.
Yeah,
That's what happened.
yeah,
know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
and that's what happened.
Yeah.
Exactly
That's what happened. Come playoff time,
Playoff time,
it was
Yes,
on.
sir.
you bring
That's
11
it.
motherfuckers and you play 7.
That's it.
That's it. That's
Yo.
it.
That's it.
so because again this is going kind of fast, because that only mean that it's a good, a good conversation. But there's something that I want to ask each of y'all to do, to any young people out there looking, or any people in general that's out there looking, so we could go like one by one, like words of encouragement. All right, so we start with you, Ghost. Give words of encouragement to anybody that's out there right now.
Listen, if you love the game, I mean, if your passion is strong, just stay with it. You know what I'm saying? Just never stop. Just keep going. Just because you never know what'll happen. A lot of us were never like, I speak for myself. Coming out of high school, I wasn't touted looked at like that player. It just took years for me to get to where I was like, wow, people actually saw that I can actually play the game. And you never know where that will take you. Just keep going, just keep working, and keep working, and keep working, and keep working.
The hood know you can play, but your coach don't.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to YT Shahi in the building. Chris, if you can give a word of encouragement to anybody that's listening right now.
Man, I would just tell this next generation coming up in this game, man, just pay respect to the ones that did it before you, because they're the ones that's going to teach you the ins and outs of the game, and just stay loyal, man. I think the loyalty in this game is not the same, and that's on all levels. And I think when you create that loyalty, you create a family, and that's what we did as a family. At TNP we was a family. So even to the day, we all check in with each other. So just stay true to who you are and just be loyal.
Okay.
Still a family.
All right.
Sure.
I would say hard work and dedication.
Okay.
Because if you don't put that work in, I'm not talking about on the court, because this is what a lot of these kids is doing now. They play for 7 different teams and think that's getting them work. That's not getting them work. You're just playing. You got 7 different systems that you got 7 different offenses, 7 ways to play defense. But you don't know how to play defense because they don't teach that. You know, you watching YouTube and your attention span is so short. You don't want to take that 15, 20 minutes to just pound that rock. Do those push-ups. You got to put the work in for accomplishments to come out.
Okay. Sure. All right. How about you, Tim?
Just a couple of things. Make sure you guys stay with your education. Education is important. That's going to lead you to where you need to go. Basketball is only going to take you but so far.
Okay.
All right. So education, gentlemen.
And you finish with ball about 32 years old anyway. So.
Right.
Read a book.
Right.
Read a book the rest of your life.
I want to say, you got to keep working, man, because there's always somebody is working, outwork you. So you always got to work, man. You always got to be working. There's always somebody who's working harder than you. You know what I mean? So you got to put that work in, man. You want to be good, you got to put that work in. It's hard to be good.
Right. Okay. How about you, dog?
You know, the great ones, the Jordans, the Kobe's, the Larry Birds, the LeBrons, the great ones, they work, like Footy said. When the lights is off, they working because they want to be the great. Because that's the dreams that they have. Yeah. Don't deter from your dreams. Stay focused on what you believe, but you got to work hard. Don't let nobody steal it from you because nobody gave it to you. Just work hard, man. Just stay working hard, stay focused, get your education because it's important so that you can do other things.
Okay.
And if you love the game, it's not work.
Yeah.
Right.
Honestly, I remember 9 years old, I was out on the telephone pole.
Right.
Basketball.
Snow, it don't matter. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But that was training.
Yeah.
You know, so when I got to the park, I knew what the fuck I was doing.
Right.
And then you learn from there, you take on more steps.
And you had heart though, too. You had a lot of heart.
And you can't, the neighborhood you come from, and you can't be like.
Can't be so. You're not going for that.
So the talk about the program that's gonna be starting this summer soon. Out in 150.
Yeah, you talking
about. I saw that Al started posting stuff about it.
The D&D is the tournament that me and Duke put together years ago, and now we do kids because the grown-ups was acting a little different, so we had to go to the kids. And now we do 10 and under, 12 and under, 14 under, 16 under, and we supposed to be collaborating this year with Positive Direction with Footy White and put some girls in. So we're gonna have a girls tournament as well. Okay. So we start June 14th, and I don't know the end date because sometimes we go longer than what we do. But last year we had 28 teams, 280 kids. I think Positive Direction won a chip. couple chips. Money Train won a chip. In the different divisions, a lot of different people win. So it's there for the taking. It's fun. It's something to do in the summer, you know. And
question: why is it so hard to get a girls' tournament anyway?
Because we are not like me personally, I never was tapped into even knowing what direction to go with girls. So now that I got tapped in with Footy wife, because you know she be there, she gave me the ins and outs on how you know when
to go about it.
Right. So that's what took me to that level to mess with the girls. I didn't know they was that nice either.
Yeah, West 4th Street had a nice
girl tournament. Yeah, they had they tough.
Well,
not a girl.
I'm on the island and
they have girl tournaments out there.
My daughter started playing. Shit, she started playing 9th grade.
Right.
Said I'm going. I'm out of Suffolk.
That's crazy.
9th grade. She said,
that's
Dad, I'm going out for JV. I was like, yo, you ain't played ball. I've been like, you watch the older brother.
Girls team,
but
or
there's
they
go real hard. They were. I prefer the girls over the boys.
And the crazy thing,
the
girls talk more smack than the boys.
Shout out to Foot's daughter though. She got to redeem herself this summer. I beat her 1-on-1. I know she's gonna hear this. She's gonna say some bad things about me, but she's gonna see me and want to destroy me. And I'm not even gonna play her.
I seen Foots again out playing. I was with the team out on Long Island because I was coaching Long Island, and we ran into his team, and both his kids was on the team.
Okay,
and his
daughter, the same team.
His daughter,
she played with the boy. She played with the
boy.
She played with the boy.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, so you're coaching too?
Man.
Yeah, I was North Babylon, and now I'm
you need to bring your son over here.
Yeah, so I've been doing it.
Big question. What's next?
The Monroe.
Shout
out to Daryl Monroe.
Shout out Daryl Monroe, man.
Daryl Monroe.
Daryl Monroe, man.
You know what I mean?
Shout out T2, man.
Yeah.
All of them. Everybody that played with us, man.
Off into the sun.
Big shout, man. T2, man. That's my guy.
Shout out to everybody that played with TNP.
Yeah, that's a fact. Tone Grill. Oh, man.
Joanne just challenged you, dog.
She said, "Come to the gym tonight
and play." See, I told you. What did I just say? They don't play over there. This boy's family is crazy. They crazy.
Yo, listen.
She's serious too.
They was listening.
They serious. I know. His daughter right now is serious. She's so mad.
A woman wouldn't dare.
No, she wouldn't. But this one telling you the right information.
That's all you want.
Yeah, they balling now for real.
Yo, she is
right
nice.
Now, I see some girls.
She caught me in a good day. I wasn't missing nothing. She's sick right now, though. I'm not playing her no more.
I mean, she went to Paris this summer. She won the 1-on-1.
Oh, yes.
Jordan Brand 1-on-1 tournament.
Okay.
She went to Paris.
Okay.
She got a couple schools offer her so far. Like
championship.
You want to say her name?
She just won the MVP.
Josephine Pinnock.
So look out, people. Look out for that name.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm never playing her again.
Jennifer Pinnock. That's my littlest one. She ain't little no more, but
she ain't little.
Okay.
I won already. I ain't playing no more. It's over. I ain't come no gym.
Shout out to them though. You know what I mean? Because they keep me going.
Yo, Chris, you heard that, Chris? Come to the gym.
Yo, dog, you gotta go handle this.
Yeah, right. I ain't going nowhere, Kev. I won already. It's over.
Go handle Joanne.
Nah, Joanne don't play about them. I'm telling you.
He got a son too. Fabian ain't no joke either.
Oh yeah.
See, Josie and Fabe is twins.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
that's why they were playing together against my youngest, who's over at St. Francis. So we're gonna see a lot of each other.
Okay,
that's a fact.
We're gonna see a lot of my youngest.
But it's good to see that.
Yo, Rod, I just want you to know this, Rod. This is real talk.
One thing
TNP is
good, beloved. About this whole basketball world that we're in right now, we all a family. Especially my man here out east, and it's a large world, but it's a small world.
Word.
We get to see each other. Like you'll see him somewhere, we'll see this one somewhere. You see your kids somewhere. We ran into each other
in a game. My grandson.
You see what I'm saying? So it's a big world, but it's a small world, but it's still all love.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
as long as we're able to still do what we do.
Yeah, definitely. And I'm glad. To hear that y'all still doing it because a lot of people play, but everybody don't give back.
No.
All right, so that's much respect, that's much love.
Kev, you had a question,
Like
right?
I said,
Earlier you had a
that
question.
came from Ken Do.
Do y'all,
Like
do y'all,
I said, that came from Ken Do.
do y'all think y'all overtook the prestige from the Brew Crew? Because at one time, Brew Crew was a team of Queens, and then TNP came.
Yeah.
So I didn't hear no more of Brew Crew.
At one
I heard
time,
Brew Crew in the 50 and over. After.
right? I mean, Brew Crew. Shout out to Brew Crew. Much respect for the Brew Crew. They're my people.
Definitely.
But when Hurricane Sandy came, it just wiped out everything.
Yeah, that's a fact.
I mean, it's just
Listen,
what it
when they
is.
came with their own sneaker, it was over.
Yeah, like what are you talking about?
It was over.
Magazines, sneakers. I mean, what are you talking about? We open the door. We open the door, man.
Let me tell you. When you got get an NBA player to beat us.
Yeah, come on, we playing all night.
Have an NBA
Big players to come out against us.
Exactly.
I think y'all had a further reach. Like I started hearing about y'all throughout the city.
Yeah, that's probably what happened.
Yeah.
Brew Crew was Queens and Brooklyn.
for sure.
Queens and Brooklyn.
I know the game had changed. Like Brew Crew was doing their thing at a certain time, and then TNP, we just came.
You know why I think the Brew Crew messed up? When they diss Howie.
Oh.
Yeah. Shouldn't do that.
Sorry, Howie.
Howie was tough, man.
Howie was tough.
Remember when they brought Winston and them in?
But that
Howie was tough with that
Don
crossover. Clear it out.
Remember?
Yeah, I forgot.
That was Howie.
Well, shout out to Don.
Yeah, they was
We
tough.
talked about it when he
Shout out
was
to
here. I'm
Sean
not
Bell,
talking behind
man.
nobody's back.
Sean Bell,
Yo, listen,
Money
shout out to
Train.
Sean Bell
Yeah.
too, man.
Listen, man, we got some teams in Queens right now that's crazy. They still winning. They still doing what
And
they
Sean
do.
Bell
man.
is still winning, right?
Still winning.
So when the X-Men coach came,
Yeah,
Where are they playing? Where?
Sean Bell?
Where?
yeah, they be
They
playing
play
like
everywhere.
I know they playing
Every
Dirk, right?
major tournament that's out here, especially for the, because you know they all for money now.
Yeah, for the
We
money.
bust our ass for blood, sweat, and tears.
I need
My
somebody
man
to
be
send me
making
these
50,000,
games.
25,000. Sean Bell ain't playing. They in every chip.
You gotta get the young guy.
You getting that money, man.
Every money tournament, Sean Bell.
Sean
is
Shout
Bell
out
getting that
to-
money.
to-
Money Train back though. T is back, and he got a new crew, young boys,
young kids.
and they tough.
All right.
Well,
And they
somebody
got
text me when
programs.
these games are going on,
I'ma
so
do
I can
that.
be
Got
there
you,
and
got you,
watch.
got you.
And they got
It's crazy.
programs.
Yo,
Like
it's
they got
crazy.
things
It's
that they
crazy
trying to
about
do
that,
with the
the
kids.
money games, because the first money game we had was
We lost,
Lord
right?
Finesse.
Yeah, we lost that
Yo,
game.
bro, that's the first.
Well,
Shout out to Bingo too.
Lord Finesse, we won that one.
The money one?
No,
The
not
money
the-
lost.
the
What you talking
money
about?
We lost.
No,
the first one.
no, we won that one.
Like I said, it's right.
we
It's
won
two
that
halves of TNP.
Yo, Chris, right, Chris?
Yo,
we won that one.
we won Lord Finesse. The only tournament we lost that summer was Kingdom.
Kingdom.
And that's because they cheated us.
Yeah.
And they had
They won
to
every
J.R.
tournament.
Smith,
So how they cheat, Chris?
Jackson, and all
The
of them.
ball went out of bounds, hit a player, and they kept it
The
in
ball
like
went
that.
out
Come
of
on,
bounds,
man.
and the kid threw it in bounds from the crowd, and J.R. Smith dunked it at the end of the game to win the game. That's
Who dunked it? Who dunked it?
J.R. Smith.
Yeah, they gotta have all these guys, man. That's what they
Yeah,
needed
you
for
can't-
us.
You can't have a close game.
Like when we played,
Yo,
I kid you not, we
you
was
can't
up
have a
in
close
Kingdom.
game, man. You
Nah.
gotta blow them
Like
the fuck
we in
out.
Kingdom, and we go
yeah.
against
10 or
we
better.
go against Puffy squad.
A lot of it was
That was Puffy T, right?
Like we beat Puffy in them the first time. Puffy came back with 4 NBA players. Just to
Man,
beat
I was
us.
in Kingdom for the money, and they was subbing Terminator, and all of them was subbing. They kept subbing them like
Yo,
that.
Kev, we too old.
For the
Everything
money.
happens after we leave.
Them niggas brought everybody in the
Everything
game,
happens after
man.
we
They
leave.
was
But
killing them.
to see them get that opportunity, and I remember getting due to come play in Gun Hill, because that's
Word.
where I used to play
I
in the
ain't gonna
Bronx.
lie, I got jealous, man.
And
Fuck Puffy and them. I was like, nigga, I'm 45. I don't want to have tournaments.
Yeah.
Punk asses, all of them. Fuck them all.
Yo, before we go off, dog, talk about your show, before we go
Hey
off.
man,
like,
again, I want to give a shout out to Kev Young and Ra and Javon and Sha for giving me the opportunity to come on this show, man, because I was in a dark place and they was talking about TNP and talking about Do, and that had me dark. and I heard him, and I rushed over. I was late. I couldn't find the place, but I walked in, and the love that was showed to me even late, because you know when you late, people look at you. But they wasn't doing that. It was more like, yo, dog is here. So it was more like love, and it made me comfortable enough to even talk. I never been on the camera. I never been in the Instagram. I never been in the TikTok. I don't do all of that. I don't even know what none of this stuff is. But I'm doing it because
I hope this is a comedy show because dog.
So now I created Tell Your Truth with Jeff Dog, meaning just come tell your story, right? Yeah. And if you want to get something up your chest, if you need to apologize for something you did, or if you need clarity on certain things, like what we're doing now. Sometimes you need to clear the air. Yo, Kev, why you do that with James? No, you don't understand what our relationship, me and James' relationship is like this. You know, you just want to make an opportunity so you can basically say, this is who I am now. This is what I'm doing now. And I made some mistakes before. You know what I mean? So that's what it's about, man.
Dog, you're a deep motherfucker.
Yeah, man, I did a lot of time too, Web. You got to forget. You remember, y'all telling me 91 stories. I was behind the joint, sending do my information. Like, yeah, I had 10 points, 15 rebounds, 9 assists. You know, so you get that way.
Shout out to S Class though. S
Class, man. Peace to everybody again, man.
We went to war. We all went to war together. Shout out to S Class.
Yo, man, tune in though. Tell your truth with Jeff Dog, man. Tune in.
That's on Wednesday.
That's on Wednesday. Tune in. Tell your truth with Jeff Dog. This week, I got Pretty Lou, man, the son of legendary rapper group Lost Boys.
Right.
So that's this week, man. And after that, we're gonna go down the line and do different things. And you know why? Because it's about growth, young, old, and it's about some of us falling into deep places, mental health issues that we don't address. Mental health ain't you see the guy. That's not mental health.
Right.
Mental health is how am I paying my
Everyday
rent?
shit.
How am I get the? Oh my God! So you know what I mean? You need a platform, just maybe to just say. Scream. I used to scream. I used to walk the yard and be like, "Ah!" You'd be like, "What's wrong with you, dog?" I said, "It gave me 100 years." I'm walking around the compound talking about, "Oh, somebody done me right. They gonna give me life." You know, this is what I'm doing. You know, shout out to everybody that played on TNP.
Big East, my man.
Big East. Shout out to Uptown. We love y'all too, man.
Yo, listen, man. John Jock,
was a shooter, bro.
John Jock used to get buckets, man.
There's a lot of people. There was a lot of
who you talking about? D.
Brown.
Shout out to D. Brown.
Frat.
Don't forget about that. Don't forget Fred, Box Cutter, none of them.
Oh, Box Cutter, my man. Box Cutter.
H2O, even Haran, H2O, Buck, everybody.
Fifth Fred.
All right.
Yeah.
Shout out
Shane. Listen, Shane played with us in Pro City. Malik Booth got MVP.
Yeah, man. So we gotta have to do this. We got to do this again. We gotta have to do this again.
We need 2 hours.
Yo.
Hey, again, man. Shout out to Almighty Force Shy, man. I appreciate y'all giving all everybody these platforms, man.
Definitely.
But thanks again for coming again. Shout out to my man Al Mosley.
Yeah, he
you know what I'm saying? Appreciate it. Thanks for everybody that tuned in tonight. We appreciate the love. Every Thursday night, 8:00, the AMF show, Bars and Hoops. Check us out. All right.
No doubt. Thanks for everybody listening, man. Thanks for everybody, man.
Yeah.
All right, later.
Yo, peace, Chris. Tell your truth. Tell your truth with Jeff Dog.
Tell your truth with Jeff Dog.
Thursday.
Unorganized behavior. T-shirt ate it like Red Cup Affair.
I got an
podcast.
I got an Insta scam. Let me tell them my Insta scam.
Okay.
Tell your truth with Jeff Dog. Just put a dot in the middle. No caps, no spaces. Just a dot.
All right.
It's a scam, baby.
Thanks everybody for tuning in, man.
Love y'all, man. TNP for life, man. TNP.
Get it.
Wanna thank y'all for tuning in. Love y'all, tune in again. Like Steels be saying, tell a friend to tell a friend to tune in to the Legend Edition.
I'm singing for playing most supreme right here. 6 feet still can beat the whole damn dream team. With power, I devour any man in my way. Crown Prince of all
I got mine too.
Right, go ahead.
I still wear mine. I still got mine. Damn that.
Yo, it's crazy. I still got the sneakers I made.
Yo,
I'm like, yo, I'm not even gonna wear it. I'm just gonna keep this. You know what I'm saying?
And then when you this, like when you that age, when he say you gotta go to the bathroom, you right now, right now.
I'm hearing your jazz. Because you be coming at us. Everything too.